All right. Good evening, everyone. Let's wind down. It's Sunday evening. Once again, it's the Geekly Goods Roundup, our 101st episode. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Loretta. With me, as always, is Ileana. Our
Hello.
fearless leader, Leo, will not be with us tonight, but we will keep the show trucking. How you doing, Eli?
I'm doing good. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. Just had a little macadamia cookie. Had my sweet treat, and I'm feeling pretty good. It's been a long weekend, but I'm excited to be back in this chair, be back live, and talk about this week. This
Oh,
week,
yeah.
we've seen some spicy things happening. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
excited
been
to get
fun.
into
And I
it.
feel like we're in the midst of Coachella. Have you been vibing with Coachella?
I've been vibing with it. I haven't stayed up until 2 a.m. to watch the stream. I am just truly not built different. I'm basic, but I have seen a lot of really fun clips. Lady Gaga's set was incredible.
Okay.
And oh my god, Marina for like Marina and the Diamonds, absolutely incredible. Like her set is called Coachella, and she announced like with that announced a new album coming out in June. I'm like, yes, thank you very much. It's been 4 years, so yeah, just kind of been vibing with that. But
Yeah.
I did go to the movies, so I've also
Hey.
been it's been sitting with me, but we'll get into it.
Okay. Yeah, we got lots of fun stuff to talk about tonight. Mainly a lot of MCU stuff. Thunderbolts. Not only did they release a new trailer, but they've been getting positive word of mouth, really good reception from test screenings that have been going around. Apparently, I'll take this with a grain of salt. Doctor Doom will not appear in Fantastic Four, but that remains to be seen. And also, we have an awesome announcement at the Academy Awards. But tell me, you said you saw Warfare, right?
I did. I did see Warfare Friday night with a good friend of mine, and I haven't even had like the energy to even write a reaction to it quite yet. We actually like we got out of the movies at like 9 p.m. Friday night, and I think we talked about it for like a good half hour after that. It was something that sat pretty heavy, but I think the TLDR, let's say, on how I feel about Warfare is that it is technically very, very, very well crafted. It's a very good movie in that sense. Alex Garland definitely just showing his directing chops and that and creating something that is so visceral is definitely, if you're into that, like it definitely is worth looking into. However, in terms of like the thematics of it, like the themes are very conflicting in the movie, and it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to talk about it, without spoiling it, but it is kind of a go in and see what you think about it. I have my thoughts on it. I personally did not agree with what it was trying to do. But it's definitely a war movie. That's for pretty dang sure. And it's, to me at least, I think it's kind of a big leap for A24 to do something like this. And I do have like and like my friend and I were talking about it, is like we do have kind of our critiques on, intentionally or unintentionally making this sort of a story and sort of film a spectacle. But at the same time, the movie doesn't necessarily seek to romanticize war. Like, but it's very contradictory because it doesn't want to romanticize it, but at the same time it doesn't really set out to critique it in any way. It's just kind of serving you a bit at face value what this mission was. And it is very clear in the beginning. There is a cold open and like, an opening slide that says, what was it that I said? This film is based on memories alone. Like this is just based on the memories of the soldiers that survived like this mission. So it it works and it doesn't work. So if you guys are interested, if you like Alex Garland as a director, I think one of the best films of the 2010s was Annihilation. I think he's a fantastic director. Definitely go check it out. It is very like heavy. It is very gory, it's very intense, it can be very triggering, so I do like to I am warning people about that. If you are queasy, if the topic of warfare, like literally like actual true like on the ground war, blood and guts warfare is not appealing to you, this is not the movie for you. But if it's something that interests you, definitely go check it out. And it's just so strange because it's like it's a great movie, but the I think the critiques I have with it more than anything is the story and that the way that it's told. Um, but that's the great thing about movies. That's why I love movies. It really sparks debate. It's really
You
something that
know,
has sparked debate.
it reminds me, like, if I recall, you had similar feelings about Civil War, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't even finish Civil War. But I sat through this one. I sat through the entirety of this one, and it was honestly, I don't even know if to say even more intense. It's more intimate in that sense. It's not as large scale as Civil War, because it's all kind of just sets place in one house in one night. So it's very focused, and there's nothing that's sugar coated. There's nothing that's kind of cut for, to make the script leaner. It's honestly a very, very lean script. It's a very lean edit on this movie. It's maybe an hour and a half, not even 2 hours long, but boy, does it really, really make an impact. Um, in that sense, I think it is good, but man, there's just something that really grinds my gears about Alex, and I read an article about this. I forgot where. The friend I went to see it with sent it to me, and he posted on his stories. Um, Alex Garland is trying to be like politically neutral when with these movies, and that's I don't think that's something you can do, because mere existence of war and the reason that these very clearly working class soldiers are there, all of this has political implications. Even if you don't want to mention it directly, trying to invalidate it doesn't really lend itself to enriching the film that you're trying to create. Like if you're
Yeah.
going through all of this effort of making something that's so visceral and so intense to make us gain consciousness of what soldiers go through, because this is real. Like at the end of the day, this is a very intense thing that these men went through and now suffer PTSD from, and not only that, suffer disabilities from, because one of them, like, and there's like a montage at the end of like the real soldiers versus their actor counterparts. I don't know. It's just strange. It doesn't know what it wants to say in that
Yeah.
sense, and I don't think that's Alex Garland's strength. I think his strength is when he has a clear vision of what he's trying to say with the film, which I think was a lot clearer when he was sticking to sci-fi in earlier in his career. But and trying
I
to
think it's off-putting when someone doesn't take a stance, right? Like the
exactly,
fence
it's
sitter.
so off-putting. And you know what? Neutrality is is really the position of the oppressor. That's my take on it. And you really just gotta commit. If you're going to make something like this, pick a side at this point. Pick a side or commit to saying something, but trying to just present something at face value makes it feel shallow. And this is definitely not something that anybody should take lightly. I don't think this is something that people should be disrespectful towards. And I think it is disrespectful to these young men's experience that he doesn't try to say something bigger than all of them. But again, that's my take. Somebody could disagree. And I
For
think that's
sure.
the really, really interesting thing about this movie. That's why I'm like, you know what? If you can handle it and you're into it, go watch it regardless of how I feel about it, and debate it with the person you're watching it with. Because I think that's something that I will give this one versus Civil War. I feel like this one has a lot more kind of meat to chew into, I guess, or more. I'm trying to translate from Spanish to English in my head right now, but there's a lot more to dig into, and I
For
think it
sure.
could, provide provoke some really thoughtful conversations. It happened to me, so it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Admittedly, I had several opportunities to watch a press screening or an
Mhm.
advanced screening of this film, and I wasn't really running to see it, but I think at some point I'll give it a gander just because I do like Alex
Yeah.
Garland's work, and to your point, I think it's just worth seeing. So I'm just not
Yeah, for
running to the
sure.
theater right now.
No, I think if you're feeling like that, I don't think you're gonna be satisfied if you run to the theater tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, I think
For
this is
sure.
one, if you're not excited about it, if you're not interested to see, I've honestly been on an A24 kick. A24 has released like 3 movies back to back to back in the past 3 weeks, and I've gone opening weekend to see all of them. So that's kind of why I wanted to like, close that out with the Warfare. But you could honestly watch this at home once it comes on demand. And I think it's going to be available in probably a month because Death of the
Yeah.
Unicorn, I saw that 2 weeks ago and it's already going to be on demand on April 30th. So 2 weeks.
Yeah. A24 has kind of been just throwing these out there. It kind of feels like
It's,
throwaway season right
yeah,
now.
I don't know what the strategy is. And man, I loved Opus. Death of the Unicorn was fun. It was okay.
Yeah.
But
Not what I
wow,
was expecting, but it was okay.
not at all.
But really quick,
yeah.
before we kick off the roundup, let's say what's up. We got a lot of people in the chat tonight. Thank you guys so
Yeah.
much. Eric, hello. Daniel, a regular of ours, hello, what's up?
Yes, sir.
And
Welcome to
another
triple digits, 101 episodes.
another special guest, a content creator himself, Perpanthric. Hi, son. That's my son, Shiloh James. He's actually a budding content creator. Give Perpanthric a like, a follow, a subscribe. He makes little edits, Squid Game edits. He loves Squid Game, and he also watches what's that, Jujutsu Kaisen. He makes all these cool little edits. He likes Roblox, so give him a follow if you're into that. Hit that subscribe button for my boy.
So precious.
I'm very proud. He's doing his thing.
We're all proud of you, Perpanthric.
And really quick, Tough Luck is touching on some stuff we're going to talk about in a bit, but
Yes.
I don't see how this isn't a thing. He says Doom will probably be a post-credit scene. I feel like, why would they reveal it now? It's probably going to be a thing. So without further ado, let's get into the roundup. Where's our handy dandy
reading the chat? Yeah, I feel you, Leo. He saw Mickey 17 this weekend.
Hit that scat. He like,
no, what's that riot song? These Oscar-winning tears. The bibbity boop ba. I know y'all have fun with me on Sundays. I'm just a silly little gal.
It was giving like Michael Cera from Superbad, like these eyes never gonna see. I love it. You're hitting it. You're hitting it.
Someday I gotta make a compilation of all my little scats, my little bibbity boop baps.
But this is our 101st episode of the Roundup. We always kick things off. If you guys are new, we kick this things off with the box office pulse. Let's check it. Holy moly, y'all. Following a huge $162 million debut weekend in its second week, a Minecraft movie is number one again, $80 million in its second week. Just to say I'm flabbergasted is a very appropriate term, but like, I guess like I feel silly that I didn't see this coming because we were like, will it, won't it? Will it save the box office? And I hate to say it kind of is saving the box office, even though it's not the greatest film. But Leo touched about this in one of his videos, and he was saying how like this movie just speaks to this generation, and that's something that it's just hitting with these audiences. And I think it goes back to Super Mario Brothers. There's something about these two films just struck a nerve with families, with kids. Everyone's going to see it. So did you get a chance to see Minecraft movie, Eli?
Man, I've been wanting to see it so bad, and I'm trying to find somebody to take me to see it. Like, Lo, I'm gonna be so real because I keep telling my fiance, let's go watch it. He's like, oh, sure. But because he's been doing taxes, because it's been tax season.
Okay.
He's been busy. And I was like, you know what? I'll go watch Warfare with my buddy because he's my buddy never watches movies like the Minecraft. So I wanted to see Warfare. But I just want to see this so bad. And I've been told, and
Leo shook. He's like, what?
I know. And it's been, Leo, you have no idea the journey I've been on trying to see this movie. I think I'm just literally just gonna have to walk my little feet down to the movie theater on my own and go watch it like a big girl, I guess. But
and, Tough Luck has a good point here. He says in terms you were talking about warfare, he thinks people have grown numb to
Of
watching politics
course,
and
it's the
movies.
anti-intellectualism that's
Yeah, like
happening.
people want
It's so
escapism, and
sad.
then look at Minecraft. Like people just want to have fun, right? So I
Yeah,
think that's
for
a
better
very
for
good point,
worse.
tough luck. Yeah. And let's really
It's
quick, let's go down the list, the rest of the
yes.
five here. The King of Kings. Another what is it? Jesus movie?
Angels, is this Angel Studios? Is this one
It
of
is
those?
Angel Studios, but
Yeah.
you know what's interesting is it's animated and it has a killer cast. Um,
Yeah, Oscar
like
Isaac.
yeah, Pierce Brosnan. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
So that opens strong. It is Easter weekend coming up, so it opens strong with 19 mil, which isn't bad for Angel Studios. And then
Mhm.
we got like a run of first weekers as well. The Amateur at number 3, Warfare, like you said, like you saw, number 4, and then Drop
Mhm.
came in at number 5. These are all opening this week, and it's not
Mhm.
huge numbers, but the box office is way better than it was doing like 2 weeks ago before Minecraft showed up. So
Yeah,
you love to
people
see it.
are more interested in going in theaters now.
Yeah, and
And it's also kind
sometimes
of revving up for the summer.
yeah, and it sometimes it takes a big movie to kind of pull people in and watch different things. Like
Yeah.
maybe the people that don't want to see Minecraft were just curious, and then they watched Warfare instead, or The Amateur with
Minecraft has also got so much money in marketing. Like
yeah,
there's even like a Minecraft Happy Meal. I just went to the NYX professional makeup store today. They had Minecraft makeup. Like
nice.
there's been so much merchandising and marketing surrounding this movie that it's kind of hard to ignore. So whether you're a lifelong fan like me, I've been playing Minecraft since I was like 13 years old, which is crazy to say. And or if you're just, sincerely a parent, which is what I've heard most at work, like all of the parents at my job, oh, I took my kid to see Minecraft this weekend because
Nice.
it's just kind of
Hey,
that kid's
I took
movie.
Perpanthric.
There you
Perpanthric was with
go.
me, content creator Perpanthric, and he knew all the jokes. He knew all the. I had to like check with him. I was like, "Is this in the game?" 'Cause I don't know anything about Minecraft. I was like, "Oh
I'm
wow, is
I'm
this in the game?"
excited to see it because I am like again, like I am a Minecraft nerd, so like I'll know this is I think the first big video game adaptation since Super Mario Brothers that
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna know like the Easter eggs and references to.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I was so
Like
lost. I didn't know what was going on.
it's also such
But
a
hey,
kooky little game.
yeah.
What do you mean? Of course
Uh,
Leanna's Gen Z, Leo.
the chat is coming for you. Tough Luck said it's a major L that you haven't seen it yet.
I know, I agree. I agree, tough luck. It is tough luck indeed.
And the man himself, who always rocks the chat, Tyler says you need to experience Chicken Jockey.
I've heard. Listen, my fiance's little sister told me, and I quote, "It's a fever dream." And I said, "I want to see that. I want to
Hey,
freaking
Eli,
see that."
stay in your seat though. No throwing popcorn, okay? We don't want to see you
I
get
was
kicked out of
told
the
about that
theater.
too. What the heck? What's wrong with people?
I
That's
don't know.
crazy. That is
Uh,
absolutely insane to me.
Leo needs that
They're really
Minecraft Happy
cute.
Meal. What
They
is
get
it? They
little
got the lava
toys.
sauce and
I
little creepers
guess
and all that. Like,
they got little toys. They got little toys, and they have like the McDonald's M is like pixelated now.
yeah, I saw that. I saw
Yeah, I
that.
got all that
That's
branding
cute.
down. Yeah.
And what's funny is they're like licking their chops, like counting their money. They already greenlit a
Oh,
sequel,
yeah.
so
It's
you
so
know
crazy.
we're gonna have plenty more where this came from.
It's such a sweet little game too. It's so that's what I love about it. It's really simple. It's just like
You know
building Legos.
You know what I will say, and because admittedly I didn't love the movie, but again, look, that movie wasn't made for me, so I'm gonna let y'all enjoy
Yeah.
that. But I will say the director Jared Hess, he did Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre, so there
Wait,
was
that's right.
some moments where I was like, okay, this is totally his section of the movie, and
Right.
shouts out Jennifer Coolidge, who she makes any movie better.
Honestly.
so, so,
And Jack
so
Black too. I gotta give Jack Black his flowers.
yeah.
There's very few movies that I can't tolerate with Black in them.
You
Honestly,
know, I will say this was one of the first times he kind of did a little bit too much for me, in my opinion.
doing the
But
most.
I
Oh,
mean, you know what though? It's a kids
probably.
movie. It's a
I'll
kids
probably be
movie.
like, it's a two-star movie, but I got high as a kite and I had fun. That's probably gonna be my take on it.
And what kills me too is the fact that Jack Black went to 100 and Jason Momoa was like, okay. And he kind of almost matched that energy. So for me, it was a little bit hit and miss with
Damn.
them. They were just over the top. But I think some people will enjoy it. You probably will. So Oh, hey, hold on. I'm not hating, Leo.
He's
I'm
just
saying,
real. Lowe's just being
it just
so real.
it just wasn't for me, guys. It wasn't for me. But look, I'm glad it's making money. I'm glad kids love it. My son was cracking up. He
Good
was
for him.
he was like he was dying, and I was like, all right, as long as he likes it.
Again, this is just specifically formulated for kids with like such niche interest. And when I say kids, I include myself in that statement.
Wait, so he's tripping. He's like, Eli's Gen Z?
What do you mean? You don't know I'm Gen Z. Leo!
Hella surprised.
I do have an old soul, but yes, I am technically Gen Z.
So Perpanthic is saying he wasn't dying. No, literally
That's
no.
such a Gen
But
Alpha thing to say for Panther.
but I saw you. I saw you. You were laughing. You're cracking up. I saw you. What's up, Laser? He said he's at the arcade. He can't forget about us. We love you, Laser. He's watched this how many times? 50 plus streams. Thank you, Laser.
He's out here playing skee ball and just keeping us on the side. I love that.
He's like streaming us while he's like fucking throwing skee ball. I love that. He's like shooting stuff.
The hustle.
Hey, Laser, you're the best, man.
Oh man. Well, yeah.
Oh, man.
So,
well,
what an interesting state of the industry.
Yeah. Would you say?
Sorry.
Would you say Minecraft has saved cinema? Like
no. But hear me out though. I binged The Studio last weekend.
Okay.
Which is that Seth Rogen show that's on Apple TV Plus right now.
I heard it's really
good. It is phenomenal. And this right here, you should watch it because this right here of a huge IP that doesn't make sense on adapting to film but being super great. Yeah, this is like a plot point in the pilot episode.
What, like them trying to catch on to trends and catch in and stuff like that?
Like the plot point of the pilot is like, we want to adapt Kool-Aid. And I'll leave it at that because I just want I want you to watch it and I want you to enjoy it. It is phenomenal.
I'm late to the party, but it looks
super
great.
Late to the party too. I mean, there's only been 4 episodes.
Yeah.
There's only 4 episodes out and I saw it last week. So yeah, it's a really easy binge. Phenomenally crafted as well.
Laser said, did you hear about the Chicken Jockey Regal tickets? Hey, enlighten us, my man. But before we move on, was there anything here that surprises you? I thought it was pretty decent that the Amateur pulled in 15 mil. I mean, I don't know what the budget is on that one, but that's not too shabby.
I mean, the Amateur got basically no marketing and I guess very little word of mouth on my end. That kind of surprises me just a bit. But Drop hanging in there. I've heard nothing but bad things about Drop, which is crazy.
Yeah. So Amateur had a $60 million budget. I don't know if it'll make that back, but this was just a domestic pull. So we'll see how it does worldwide.
Before we move on from this slide, Lo, can we just admit that the little kid in the Minecraft movie just kind of looks like Paul Rudd? And with that, I close. With that, I close. Just a little bit. Bit odd, bit strange. Moving on.
And while we're looking at the picture, I gotta say, shouts out Emma Mackey. She was giving mom energy in the best way possible. She was Wednesday's best friend. I think what's her name? Astrid or Enid or something like that.
Yes, Astrid. Oh my gosh, that's her name. That's where I knew her from. Because I would look at her.
Yeah, she was great. And like she kind of played this like little girl turned into a mom because she's taking care of her brother, and it was just awesome. Like her energy was really cute. And then also shouts out to that little dog. Is that in the game? Those little wolves? That was the cutest damn thing.
It's in the game, and you have to like they'll attack you unless you pet them and you give them bones, and then you treat them, and then they have little hearts around them, and they become yours, and they protect you from creepers.
He was such a good boy. He was the MVP for me. Him and Jennifer Coolidge, co-MVPs.
I'm still curious as to what on earth Jennifer Coolidge does in this movie. So hopefully by next stream, I'll be like, guys, and I'm gonna be here with like all the Minecraft merch.
I love that she was doing her thing, but when she wasn't like
love her down,
like, you know what I mean? Like she wasn't overly like, I need a hot dog. She was just vibing with what they gave her.
You look like a hot dog on the 4th of July.
But hey, we love Jennifer Coolidge in this house.
Yes,
so they wrote her in. They kind of like shoehorned her in, but it was kind of like a welcome break from the chaos of the overworld. So
fair enough. All right.
All right,
Okay, and
y'all.
then with
Let's
that,
dig
we
in.
close
Let's dig into the main stories here. We
with
had a
this.
bunch of trailers drop this week. Wes Anderson, his latest film, The Phoenician Scheme, just released their trailer. Has a massive cast: Jeffrey Wright, Tom Hanks, Cranston. As you see in the picture, Benicio del Toro, Scarlett Johansson. It's just a who's who. Michael Cera, who's making his Wes Anderson debut, and a million others. I gotta say, I love the trailer. It was giving a little bit of Life Aquatic with a lot of Grand Budapest Hotel, just a
Yes.
big sprawling adventure in a manner that only Wes can do. Like when Wes does action, it's still his way, and it's like funky and quirky, and I'm here for it. The set design looked great, the costumes look fantastic, and I'm a big fan of Benicio. Apparently that's one of your brethren, your countrymen,
My
Eli.
countrymen.
So I
Yes,
know
if
you're
y'all
here for it.
didn't know, because apparently this is not common knowledge, Benicio
I
del
didn't
Toro's
know.
Puerto Rican, guys. O sea,
Hey.
that's one of my guys, and I love him down. I think he's a phenomenal actor, and truly the best part of the French Dispatch. So I love, 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 love more than anything that Wes Anderson has chosen to make him the protagonist of his next film, and just continue to bank on that just insane chemistry that Benicio's like performance and his style of like kind of character driven acting just kind of really clicks with this style that Wes Anderson has. So
Yeah,
definitely
like the
excited to see a
deadpan
whole
delivery,
movie.
like
Yes, he's so
totally
good at that.
stoic, like and quiet, but he does it
He
so
knows how to be
well. Like,
funny. He knows how to be
yeah,
serious. He knows how to be funny. He really just does it all. And I'm so excited to see an entire movie based on, not based on that, but like, complemented by that.
oh my god, I can't wait. I wasn't sure if we could show the trailer or not, but for copyright issues, we're gonna
Yeah, we're not gonna,
let you guys go check it out. It's on YouTube.
we're not gonna spar
Laser's
with
like,
Disney because this is
Laser's
20th
like,
century,
he's
20th
like, what
century
is this
Fox.
movie?
Never heard of this movie? What do you mean never heard? You've heard of it
Hey,
now.
Laser, do yourself a favor. Watch some Wes Anderson first. Watch Fantastic Mr. Fox. You
Fabulous.
know the works.
Grand Budapest.
Grand Budapest Hotel, Moonrise. Check it out, man.
Love that. And I gotta say, I wasn't initially a fan of his last movie, Asteroid City. Like, and then I watched it again. I was like, okay, this is another fantastic movie. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Asteroid.
I'll
This is giving
admit.
us a little bit of Asteroid City too. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I think it does warrant a rewatch from me as a fan.
Yes,
I mean,
it needs to me, because again, I felt that same way when I first watched it, and then I saw it again. I was like, oh, okay. It just needs to settle with me.
fun
But
fact,
yeah.
that was actually my first Criterion.
Oh, the Royal Tenenbaums. My first Criterion, I think, was the Grand Budapest. Actually, it was a gift.
Nice. Hey, see,
Yes,
great minds
yes,
think alike.
sir. But I'm very excited for this, and
Um,
it's right around the corner. It's coming out May 30th.
oh yeah.
I'm
I gotta
excited.
man, I just realized I don't have a focus contact. Hook me up if y'all got one. I gotta get a screener of that. All right. And this year, we are also bidding farewell to Ethan Hunt and the Mission Impossible franchise. This is the final reckoning, and apparently, this is the final trailer. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I mean, Tom Cruise is hanging off a damn biplane. He's scuba diving. He's in a submarine.
He's
He's
doing the
giving
most.
Luther hugs. And I was saying this before the stream. If something happens to Luther, I'm gonna riot. Just let the OGs ride off into the sunset. Who's this? Christopher McQuarrie. Let them ride into the sunset. Simon Pegg. I don't want to see any tragic deaths, but I'm sure one of them might happen. I'm not ready for it. I was getting emotional watching the trailer. Nobody saw Dead Reckoning last year, but I hope people show up for this one.
I did.
Eli, I feel like you're in the same boat.
Honestly, there could be 100 people in the room, and at least one of them is going to be a fan of Mission Impossible, and that's going to be me. Yeah, I was telling Lo this before we went live. I was like, this is honestly the Cirque du Soleil of blockbuster films. Like, I feel like you just go in here to see what kind of crazy kooky stunts they get up to.
You're here for the
And
spectacle.
why? Yeah, I'm here for the spectacle. This is a true spectacle movie. Just crazy. This is my Fast and Furious once again.
And Tough Luck's calling it. He thinks this will bomb. Oh
Probably.
wow, $400 million budget. I didn't know that.
These stunts go crazy. And you know
There's
what? It's
there's no way he's making that back.
fine.
There's no
It's
fucking way.
fine. I really don't care. There could be 2 people in the theater. One of them will be me. This is
Yeah,
one of
and I
those.
think
Uh-huh.
Paramount's big mistake is trying to go head to head with Disney, and I think Tough Luck's right.
No,
People are gonna watch Lilo and Stitch, y'all.
for sure. Look at Minecraft this weekend. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, people are here for the family-friendly films, and plus Disney has a nostalgia factor. There's a lot of things. I would have moved
The
this if I would.
timing's just not right. Honestly, you could have just put. This is my take. You could honestly, if it weren't for Avatar this year, this could have been a Christmas movie.
Yeah. No, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the release date for this. This is gonna be crazy, and I feel bad for Tom, but I'll be seated. So
I'll be sad. Yeah, and I saw Dead Reckoning 1 in 4DX. Gonna do the same thing here.
nice. And what kills me too is I mean it's apples and oranges, but like Barbenheimer, I think is gonna be a lightning in a bottle situation. I feel like we
100%.
might not
Studios have
ever
been
see
trying
that
to
again.
recreate that
Yeah.
for so long, and it's not something you can manufacture. It is something that has to, naturally come from the culture. It really
Yeah.
just has to come like that. And again, this is one of like film Twitter's greatest achievements is Barbenheimer, in my opinion. That's the
And what?
only positive contribution we got.
Like to your point, I feel like the stars aligned. Like it's like a Christopher Nolan feature picture, and then like Greta Gerwig doing
For
this
sure.
grandiose Barbie tale, and I think it just
At
magically
the end
aligned
of
that
the
way.
day, you had 2, let's say, for the sake of the argument, you had 2 auteur directors with summer blockbuster budgets releasing very highly anticipated movies in the same weekend. That's what's missing. They're trying, like, studios are missing the fact that the craft team behind these movies were top notch. Like,
Yeah.
these are people who are actually beasts at what they do. They are so good at what they do, and they dedicate their lives to cinema that, of course, people are gonna show up to the movies and do a double feature of these complete polar opposites. Oh,
Tyler
for
said
sure.
he can't wait for them to say psych and
That's
make
why they're
another
gonna
one
make
just for the
another
Oscar.
John Wick. That has to be why they're gonna make another John Wick. It
You,
has to
you know,
be.
you know what kills me is we'll get to this when we get to the topic, but like Tom Cruise has got to be kicking himself right now, right? Like really, after all he's done, like they're gonna do the Oscar like 3 years from
He's
now.
gonna
Like,
be 65, risking like breaking another knee with these stunts just to get an Oscar. I know, baby. I think he's fine because Top Gun Maverick did really well at the Oscars in terms of nominations. So
yeah, and apparently, that's in the works too. I guess they were licking their chops after Maverick made a Billy. So,
we'll see about
um,
that.
I know, right? We'll see if it ever
All
happens,
right.
because I mean, Tom's a busy man.
Yep.
All right, and then with our last one, which leads into our next story, Thunderbolts released a new official trailer, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. I actually skipped this one. I did not
Same.
want to be spoiled. I mean, I'm already showing you guys an exclusive look from Empire Magazine. Thank you, Empire. Of Century here, and I don't want to see too much more. I've
Yeah.
loved our first 2 trailers, and I've loved the A24 style trailer, and I'm here for it. So I don't need to see anything new. This is like slowly, like I was telling Leo, this is kind of becoming like a must-see film for me. Like
It's
I
revving
think,
up.
yeah, and I think this is something the MCU needs, and not that. What was the last film they just dropped? Not that it was bad. I mean, Brave New World wasn't terrible, but it didn't
The
get
fact that you couldn't remember. That says
like
so much, Loretto.
like hey, look, Anthony Mackie, I love you and I love Sam Wilson, but it didn't really
Man.
get the audience going.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure that they wanted more from, and I think Thunderbolts will do what they wish Brave New World would have done. So,
For sure.
uh,
I'm
but yeah,
intrigued. I
how
continue
you
to
feeling,
stay
Eli?
intrigued. I continue to be intrigued. I really liked this behind the scenes clip that was on my social media feed the other day of Florence Pugh just dropping off like one of the second tallest building in the world. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm getting
and
the Mission Impossible
she
vibe
really
from this.
she did it right. Like that was
She
her.
did it. She did it herself. Like she just, boop. It's I'm intrigued. Again, if they
It,
want they want to frame this as like their Mission Impossible, let's say, of having real stunts, physical sets, and this really all-star cast, I'm intrigued. I'm
you
intrigued,
know,
to say the
as
least.
if as if I couldn't love her anymore. She goes and jumps off a building. Like, she's
She's so
great.
gorgeous. She's so cool. She's so kooky. And she says in the behind the scenes, she's like, guys, we'll like this is gonna be the only time in our like my career that I'm gonna be able to do something like this. Come on, like you gotta do this shit over at A24, Loretto.
And on top of that, her portrayal of Yelena is just so wonderful. I love the
Funny.
accent, and
So
she's so
funny.
sarcastic and silly. Like, why do you pose? Well, you pose like this. Wait,
Yeah.
why?
Nah, I think her delivery just so like honestly, like I was gonna say no
She's-
hate, but a little bit of hate. I am a bit of a
the
hater.
way she like, I
Scarlett
love this like,
Johansson's like performance next to like Florence Pugh just completely pales in comparison. Like there's so
oh,
much
she ate her up.
life.
She
Like
ate her
Florence
up.
Pugh ate her up in every scene that they shared because there's so much life to her character. And that's just, in one movie versus like 10 years worth of Marvel movies, which is insane to me.
And no shade to Scarlett, but Haley matched that energy, and that's why they were so great
Yes.
together. Oh, Kate
Wonderful,
Bishop,
wonderful together.
this is not cutlery. This it's like one fork.
She really is just a caricature of like a Russian spy, and you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't care. This is funny. So I think at minimum, I'm going to be entertained with Yelena.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and honestly, I mean, David Harbour's fantastic as well.
Oh yeah,
So we're gonna get a double dose of these crazy Russians, and that's all I need.
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
and then on the side, we still have Sebastian Stan. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I am intrigued
Um,
on where they're taking his character though. Like Brave New World kind of gave me a little bit of an ick with little Mr. Bucky Barnes there running for
I know, in a
Congress.
suit of all things, just like, hey,
Don't
good job,
like it.
man.
I don't like it. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Like,
No, thank you. Gracias. Bye. We'll see what happens.
uh-oh. Tyler said, how much longer until Yelena pulls a Wanda and loses the accent?
I don't
Didn't
know
didn't Halle
how
Berry
many
do that
Academy
too?
Award nominations does Little Miss Olsen have?
The original X-Men, I think Halle did the same thing. She had an accent, and then by the third film, she's like, all right, Logan, she was like, F it, I'm an Academy Award winner. I don't need to do no accent.
Securing the bag. She's like, I'm not gonna do no freaking African accent.
I was like, what happened to
Storm's gonna be from New York this time, guys.
I was like, Aurora
We'll
really
see.
changed.
We'll see. I mean, to be fair, Yelena's accent I think is way stronger than
Oh yeah.
Wanda's accent when she started. Like, I don't know what Wanda was trying to be. It was kind of weird. It was a bit odd, but
It
we'll
was
see what
working,
happens.
but I just find it so funny how it disappeared.
It was such a subtle accent to begin with that, I guess she tried to sell it subtly fading away as her, I guess, acclimating to living in the
Sure.
States, but I don't know about all that, buddy.
I think she was slowly just not trying as hard.
No, no, she was like, "I know this character only has a few good years left in her," and she said it herself
Yeah.
the other day. Like, I saw a headline, Elizabeth Olsen saying that she just wanted to do different movies. Like, she is not interested in returning to Scarlet Witch.
Oh, I'm sure she isn't. And I think by the time we got to WandaVision, she was just like talking to the camera, Modern Family style, like just
Yep, just
perfect
over it
English. Like, Laser said the summer is looking better this year. I agree. I
for
agree,
sure.
Laser. And I kind of skipped over a little bit, but Tough Luck is calling it. He thinks it'll be a big box office and critical hit. I think that's very reasonable. I think it might do better than that, Tough Luck. I think it might hit 600 mil. I think this is going to be huge just worldwide, and the MCU could use the boost for sure.
Honestly. Well, but we'll see what happens. I mean, this is releasing pretty close with Fantastic Four, so this might be a Marvel summer, guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm so ready. And like we were saying at the top of the show, it's been receiving very positive reactions so far from test screenings and within
This is the
film
most
Twitter.
surprising part to me, to be honest.
Yeah, like a lot of the critics I've been hearing, all the ones that have seen it have said nothing but good things. And obviously me and Yelena are like, I mean, oh, I called you Yelena. Me and Eli. Me and Eli are here for it. So I mean, I don't need convincing.
What are you calling the late Yelena?
Sorry.
That's fine. Who the hell is Yelena? That's what I should have said. Oh, that's so funny. Sorry, guys. I've got the giggles.
Oh snap! Sorry, Eli. That just whoop, it just slipped right out the mouth there.
Moving on.
But yeah, I can't wait, and I think between this and Fantastic Four, I think the MCU will be back again.
Honestly,
Yelena Melendez.
That's crazy, Yelena. That's
Wait,
so
hold on.
insane.
Captain Yelena Melendez. That's her new name.
No sirven. Ustedes no sirven. I come here every Sunday on my Sunday, relaxation day. And
by the way, so I kind of hope that Hannah John Kamen, who plays Ghost, I hope she gets some characterization. But tell me why this poster straight up said F Taskmaster.
Oh yeah, no, somebody just doesn't know how to do their job. Somebody just truly doesn't know how to design. Whoever like.
And then Laser said R.I.P. Taskmaster. It's like, if you don't even pay attention, you wouldn't even realize during the picture. I had to like look, and I was like, oh,
they did all of that to fit the sword in, but like that's not the I don't know.
No, but really, right? Like, unless you've seen Black Widow, you're probably like, who the hell is that? Like, you probably think it's like Casey Jones from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like,
I don't get it, guys, but again, this is the craft team of, I guess, a couple of A24 movies.
Right.
They want us to remember.
Like, could it be any more obvious? Because like, Taskmaster is not in any of the trailers. Like,
I think Taskmaster, wow, is gonna get Suicide Squadded. Like, he's gonna be dead in the cold open or something.
Absolutely. It cracks me up that they're not even trying to make it seem like they're gonna be around.
That's why I'm like, I don't need to see any more final trailers, guys. Like, not with this one, because Marvel does I feel like they do commit that sin a lot. They show way too much, leading up to a big release.
This would be cool
because that's fun.
Because I like the actress, and I think if so, Tough Luck is saying Ghost is going to be the show stealer. That would be great. I think that'd be cool.
She does have interesting powers, and I think she's kind of the only one that has like some kind of powers.
She has to be the one that really kind of gets,
Yeah,
she's the only one that could really mess with Sentry. What the hell are they gonna do? Shoot at him? Like,
what's that Armageddon quote? Russian components, American components. It's all the same.
Exactly. But yeah, that'll be cool. I hope she does.
Yeah.
And Laser said Red Guardian and John Walker will be the funniest. I think it'll definitely be redemption for what's his name, Jack Russell, or
no,
Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt Russell.
So I was doing Jack Quaid. Oh my god, Wyatt Russell. Sorry,
Nepo baby off.
they're both Nepo babies. Like, it was like my brain was like, oh, it's tomato.
Yeah, you might as well. No, I think Wyatt Russell is fine. He is Kurt Russell's son. That's what he's got going for him. But he can be charming. He was interesting in Monarch.
Hey, Tyler brings up a good point. The chairs also left Taskmaster out. Like, they listed every single Thunderbolt except for Taskmaster.
All right, the movie's gonna start. It's like, you've mastered your last task.
I'm dying. Tyler said Jack Russell was a dog. Oh, stop. My bad. Yeah, Jack Russell Terriers. They're so cute. Wait, wasn't Wishbone a Jack Russell Terrier? Somebody Google that. I love those dogs.
That's so funny. That's so silly.
I don't know. Hey, guys, I've had a long weekend. Okay,
Russells.
I work 6 days a week.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny to me.
I'm struggling.
We thought Nepo babies, and the rest of humanity said, "Yeah, the dog."
Well, you know what I meant, because I was thinking of Jack Quaid.
I know
Anyways,
we were, you know, in tune. It was just we went totally in a different direction on that. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Moving
oh
on.
man, yeah, for real. Moving on. And apparently, Doctor Doom. I hate loud motorcycles. Doctor Doom apparently won't be in Fantastic Four. And look, I call bull. We were talking about it in the beginning of the show. I feel like this is just like it just screams post-credit
Nah.
energy. Like we had Thanos at the end of Avengers. We had him again at the end of Age of Ultron putting on the gauntlet. I'm just like, with Doomsday coming, it's like, why wouldn't he be in this movie? Like, come on.
I don't get it, guys. I think the less I know about Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four from this moment on, the better my enjoyment will be of these films. I feel like that's where I'm at now. Like I need to just go in and see what the vision is. Because all of these rumors out of context are just like, they bombard you and I'm just like, what the hell? A
Yeah.
Fantastic Four movie, my initial knee-jerk reaction is Fantastic Four without Doctor Doom, or at least like, what are they gonna fight then? Just Galactus? That's it? That's
Well,
gonna be the
wait,
big bad. I mean, he is a big bad. Don't get me
I
wrong.
was like,
Don't get me wrong,
Galactus is a pretty big bad.
but we
Literally.
already saw that in the trailer. Like they gave it away so freely in the trailer that I have this like very scared feeling that they're gonna kind of undermine Galactus in this one. I'm not gonna like kind of like what happened with Kang. Kang was supposed to be
Yeah.
this big bad, and even if we had stuck to Kang as like the big bad for the rest of the MCU, they still didn't set him up super great. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And even all controversy aside, I didn't love Quantumania, so
No.
it was just
And they
eh.
treated him like such a throwaway character most of the
Yeah.
time. So that's my concern. I don't want Galactus to be treated like that. And like already giving him away in the trailer, it just kind of gives me the ick low. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta use
It
more Gen
reminds me
Z
of
lingo so that Leo understands, I'm Gen Z.
it reminds me, I feel like we've kind of touched on this before, but it's like
Mhm.
I felt more intrigued when he was in Loki
For
versus him in the
sure.
actual film Quantumania. And it's just weird how it's like he was fine here, but in the movie it was just like, yeah,
Because Loki had good writing. I don't know what to tell you more than
that's what it was.
aside from that, that's kind of just what was missing.
Yeah. Like what
Loki
was
had good
that
writing
character's
and they
name?
built him up pretty well.
What was that character's name? Like the man at the end of time or something? The
No,
there's like
yeah, he had a title. He had a
he
title
had a
that was very
title.
intriguing. It was really cool, and
Like
they
he
could have
who something.
not
Help me
he
out,
who shall
chat.
not be named. Oh my gosh. He who
That's what I was
remains. Was it he who remains?
Yes! There you go. You got it. Hell yeah, thank you.
See? That was a good title,
So,
but yeah, they
yeah.
kind of squandered that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well,
Ant-Man going to Ant-Man. What are we gonna do?
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with first steps. This is just a first step.
Yeah,
This is first date.
for sure. For sure. And last but not least, this was a long time coming. The 100th Annual Academy Awards in 2028 will finally acknowledge stunt work with an all-new Best Stunt Design Award. And guys, we're talking about hundreds of years of cinema. They have never given this prestigious award to the amazing Jackie Chans of the world, the Buster Keatons of the world, the amazing
Charlie
like effects
Chaplin.
teams. Yeah, Charlie Chaplin, or even like going more recent, like John Wick and what's in the picture there, The Raid. So many really
Mhm.
cool like action guys like Tony Jaa in
Mhm.
his martial arts films. So much work goes into stunt work, and I think it's really cool to finally do this. And also, by the way, I didn't not love Fall Guy. Nobody watched it, but I thought Fall Guy was fun, and it was like an homage to stunt guys, and I think it's cool that they're getting their flowers.
I loved Fall Guy when it was dedicated to that. When it was about, expressing love to the unloved people that contribute to cinema, so to speak, and kind of, and making it an homage to the underdog. It was fantastic. It was just a romance that threw me off. It was that romance that was just kinda distracted me from that aspect of the story that was
Hey,
so good.
I didn't mind Ryan Gosling crying to Taylor Swift now.
No, of course, of course. It's
That was
just,
great.
man, I don't know, Emily Blunt, I like her. It was just such a strange pairing. It was such a strange pairing. It was a weird, it did need better marketing, and it was such a strange, like, storyline to give to them. I don't know. It was weird. It didn't work for me entirely, but yeah, for sure. I think this is a long time coming. As a kid, a weird little homeschooled kid that loved Buster Keaton and was obsessed with Buster Keaton movies. I think stunt work is such an integral part of fun storytelling. I think, we're as human beings, I think there's nothing more human as just like us bringing physicality as like our human physicality as an art form to cinema and to theater in general. And
Really quickly, let me
yeah.
shout out Jan de Bont, who
Uh-huh.
directed not only Speed but
Holy cow.
Twister. And I feel like both of those films should have won this award 20, 30 years ago. Like,
For
as
sure.
Keanu Reeves was doing a lot of his own stunts in Speed. If you guys rewatch Speed,
Holy cow.
he's jumping out of the bus and he's like fighting Dennis Hopper. And it's like, man, that film had fantastic stunt work. There's like cars flying off here. They're in a train that goes off the rails and the
People
bus
don't really
explodes.
realize that, especially watching these movies now, how impressive that is technically. And because so
Yeah,
much of it is CGI and eventually replaced by, unfortunately, AI.
yeah,
There's a certain magic to, wow, look at all of the preparation and the logistical technical planning that had to go into creating this one shot. And this one
yeah.
shot looks so dope.
Or like in Twister, we have tractors falling out of the
Yes.
sky.
Yes.
They rolled a house and drove through the house.
And that's real, guys.
Like, no, yeah, no CG. That was all practical effects. That was amazing.
Yeah. No, love that. I mean, shit,
Oh,
there T-Rex and freaking Jurassic Park is real.
oh, that's such a good scene. Yeah, the animatronic on it and it
Yes.
biting through the glass and the kids are holding the glass and
Mhm.
yes,
So
yes.
good, so good. This is just so
Love it.
things that have marked us as, like, people who love film and have loved film for the past freaking rest all of our lives. The past century of cinema. That's what I mean, Tyler,
Yeah,
like,
so we
that's
made
for
the joke.
sure.
We made the joke John Wick will come back from his grave for the stunt Oscar.
100, that's why it's gotta be in develop but they're trying to bring it back because of that. But I'll give you this, I'll take it if there's a big time jump. Like, if we get, like, at least 5-10 years, if we get, like, old man John Wick, then I'll kinda be into it, because it would just make sense for him to just kinda, if he fakes his death, disappear for, like, a hot minute.
I was gonna say, I don't want to spoil the parade, but 4 was so damn good. This is like Toy Story 3 all over again.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he had such a good ending. Like I'm kind of like
It
I'd
was
rather
perfect.
him not. Yeah, I'd rather him not. I'm sure it'll be great, but I don't know. I'm over it. Like I'd rather
I'm
him just
totally with you, Lo. I'm
run
with
off into the
you,
sunset.
but
But
I know that they're going to play necromancy and bring him back. I'm compromising, Lo. That's what I'm doing.
he's old man John Wick when he's already old.
Damn, his hair's still black though, Tyler. Come on.
I mean, in 4 there was some gray in there. There's
Yeah, but like what about like okay, but
Wait, are you talking about
old
like
white
Silver
hair.
Fox, Keanu?
Yeah, of course I am. Being selfish here. Okay?
Oh
Old
shit, I didn't
man.
know
Like
that.
I'm talking decrepit. Decrepit. 60 is not that old, guys.
Yeah,
That's
well, at the same
younger than
time,
Tom Cruise, and Tom
when
Cruise
he's
still uses
70, he ain't gonna be
Rogaine.
doing his stunts when he's 70.
Well, that's why he's gotta have a great stunt like double. And the stunt double is gonna go up there with John Wick,
And
with
get the
Keanu Reeves, and they're gonna share that Oscar. It's gonna
Oh
be
my
perfect.
god. This would be hilarious. So Tough Luck said it will be him fighting in the afterlife.
Campy. That's campy. It's giving Constantine, and I love Keanu Reeves into Constantine. I think that's one of his best roles.
You know what? I might be seated if it was John Wick in the afterlife, and then there's like killer
That's kind of
assassins in the
fun.
netherworld or whatever the hell. And
Oh, maybe he
out.
just has to kill everybody he's killed and sent to hell.
Oh,
See, that's animation. That's animation right
Oh,
there,
that
guys.
would be fun. Let's see. This is cinema right here. We are cooking.
Oh man,
I like it. Tough luck. I like where your mind's heading.
muy
But
bueno.
how about you? Like any other big spectacles that you could think off the top of your head that probably should have got this Oscar?
Oh my god, you know what? I think Pirates of the Caribbean is one, actually. Pirates of the Caribbean are such phenomenal movies, and yes,
Oh my
people
god,
remember them for
the
having
water
CGI that
wheel,
is so
the
exactly. Like,
freaking
yes, the
water wheel.
CGI was ahead of its time, but guys, there's some really good stunts in these freaking movies. Just
Yeah,
as simple as, like, the dingy scene, like, where they're underwater.
yeah,
Just as simple as that. That's so funny, and they're good stunts, and
yeah.
it doesn't always have to be funny, but there is just such wonderful magical quality to seeing humans push the boundaries of what we're capable of. Look
Hell
at that.
yeah. And
Take
Tyler's saying Mad
take that
Max
to the
Fury
bank.
Road.
Mad Max Fury Road, phenomenal movie that absolutely should have won for stunts. Wow, let me think of another one. Good lord. Huh. Well, you stumped me there. I mean,
You know
probably
what's funny is
the
like I'm also I was like, what's another one? That's the only
what's
one I was
another
thinking of. I already.
wonderful stunt movie, some man, I keep thinking back to, like, the Buster Keaton scenes, especially when he, those scenes where it's kind of a one take, that's going through oh my god. What's going through these houses that are literally, like, walls falling on him perfectly, and he's just
I
standing in
love
the
that.
doorway. That's such a good
Yeah.
shot.
Or it's the window, like the
Or
window,
the
and like the house
window,
falls, and it's
exactly, and
and
it's
he's just like,
so, like, this is all perfectly calculated for him to not die
yeah,
while
for
we're
sure.
trying to make this shot. And obviously, we should keep our stunt double safe. But there I don't know, it's that. It's kind of like why people love watching Fast and the Furious, which I think Fast and Furious is also, especially those earlier movies, really good stunts too, especially stunts that you have to do in cars. Cars are
Yeah.
insanely dangerous. Like, we forget that. Like, we drive them every day, but when you're driving at high speeds, you're basically you got one foot on the pedal and one foot in the hospital. That's the risk you're running. So I my hat's off to stunt drivers as well, which I think we get a little peek at with the Fall Guy.
You know,
That was also a
I
good scene.
it took me a second, but it finally hit me because I mean,
Yeah.
I think Keanu deserves an honorary Oscar, but The Matrix
You're so right.
and
Classic.
a lot of the choreography, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie Ann Moss, and Keanu were really doing it, and Hugo
Yes.
Weaving.
Yes.
Um, oh god,
Wow.
he's been part of
That's a
some great
classic.
movies,
Can't
hasn't
believe it.
he?
I totally forgot about that. But yeah, that's such a
Um,
classic.
yeah, and I was just like, 'cause I remember watching the behind the scenes and like he's like running off the wall with the wires and like, oh man, like Carrie Ann Moss too. She was doing like the flying kicks and
Yes. Oh my
oh
gosh,
man,
like
that
the
was
old
awesome.
Kill Bill movies too. Like, even like
Oh yeah,
Tarantino also had some really fun stunts in his
oh
movies,
yeah,
especially in the early
and same
2000s.
choreographer, Yuen Wu Ping or something like that.
Really? That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes total perfect sense to me, actually.
Yeah, around that time he was hot. He did Crouching Tiger, Matrix, Kill
Ugh,
Bill. He was
legend.
killing it.
That's a legend right
So
there.
yes, he
Awesome.
was.
Well, good to see. We're gonna have to wait 3 more years for this, but it's gonna be hopefully a fun 100th Academy Awards.
I can't wait, and hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll still get Conan O'Brien because he's amazing.
I mean, it went well this year and they want him back. I mean, again, I think I mentioned this, I think, a couple streams ago. Next Philly Crystal.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I mean, he could do 3. I wouldn't be mad about it.
I mean, shit, Billy's done what, 8 at this point? He's crazy.
Exactly.
And a lot of them have been very fun.
All right,
Tyler, who?
y'all. So that about wraps up the roundup. I just want to thank everybody in the chat. You guys are
Yes.
amazing. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much
Elay,
for
why don't you let
joining in.
everybody know what you got going on and where they can find you?
You can find me at Captain Melendez on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And you can also find me and my colleagues over at Puerto Rico Critics Association. We are at PR Critics on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find me here on stream on Geekly Goods Live every Sunday at, well, it's 7 p.m. for you guys, and I think 9 p.m. for me.
All right. Oh, snap. Technical difficulties.
It's all good.
Perpanthric, thank you for joining the show. Please follow, like, and subscribe his content. You can find me on Twitter, Letterboxd, at Marcellus Durden. I'm a proud writer and editor for The Cinema Spot. Follow us on all socials at The Cinema Spot. Check us out at thecinemasspot.com. I just wrote a review for Freaky Tales. Nobody's watching it, but it's an amazing movie directed by Anna Fleck and Ryan Bowden. They did Captain Marvel most recently and other really good indie films, but Freaky Tales is a love letter to the Bay Area. It's a love letter to punk rock. It's a love letter to 80s grindhouse cinema. And it's so fun. Ben Mendelsohn, Pedro Pascal, Jay Ellis. It's a fun movie. If you get a chance, even if you stream it, just watch it. I'm really championing this film just because it's a love letter to Oakland. And, you know, we see New York, we see Chicago, we see San Francisco, but we never see Oakland. Nobody talks about Oakland. And it's really cool to see this other side of California that's not LA or San Francisco. So my heart, it's no, Oakland's like 10, 15, 20 miles up north. So that's where my heart is. And I'm happy that it got some love. Tough Luck, thank you for joining us. He just followed us. Thank you. Appreciate you, Tough Luck.
Thank you very much.
And if you guys enjoyed the show, we'll be back next Sunday. As always, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And what time are you? What time
Eastern.
zone are you in?
Right now it's Eastern. It's okay. We don't gotta worry about it.
9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And thank you guys again for joining us. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Good night.